Okay, y'all, so obviously you clicked on this video because you care about your grades, your GPA, whatever reason, whether you're in high school, whether you're in college. These tips are going to work for you and it's gonna happen for you quick. Guys, I know you guys probably don't want to sit through no long video, so I'm gonna make it quick and simple and let's get started. In my last video, I talked about your why, which you can definitely go check it out in my last video, and having a schedule. But what comes with that is also remembering to be willing to sacrifice and work hard. I know it sounds so cliche, but knowing your why and understanding it is that motivation to get you to work hard and leaving you on a schedule. I know for me, keeping myself on a schedule is what really helps me to stay productive throughout the day, whether you're in college or high school. Especially be willing to sacrifice some of your social life. I also talk about balance in that not that episode, that video. So go check it out, but definitely be willing to sacrifice because your why is bigger than any social gathering that you'll ever go to. Go to office hours. Now, especially in college, go to office hours. I feel like that's always a huge tip that everyone always says, but it's literally so true. When you build a relationship with your professor, whatever type of relationship, obviously you guys don't have to be close, that'd be kind of weird. The more you go to office hours, the more they feel like you actually care about your work. They get to know you as a person, and I think that also plays a role in how they grade you. Also, office hours, especially when it's something that you just don't understand, that tutoring session or whatever, it really helps, You always have to remember, especially when it comes to college, your professors, you're paying for this. You're paying for this. So office hours may be annoying because it's I have to go after class, but you're paying for it, and that's a resource that you really need to, take advantage of. When do it becomes Speaking of office hours as one of your resources, let's go into resources. So yeah, what I mean by this is, especially if you're in college, let's always remember that we're paying for a lot of this stuff, a lot of unnecessary stuff, but we're paying for a lot of these resources. So that includes places like the writing center, the library, printing in the writing center, the gym, which we're not talking about that right now, but little stuff like that, let's remember we're paying for this. We're paying for this. Okay. That was actually one of my goals prior to all this COVID stuff, to use every single thing that I'm paying for, because it's sad because you spend so much money on the library and you may only go during finals. No, I was finna start going to that library every day, every week. So when I say resources, I mean things like that. Also, if you are an English major, or if you're just in a major where you find yourself writing papers a lot, even if you're not in a major that find yourself writing papers a lot, eventually you're gonna write a paper. So my favorite resource as an English major is Grammarly. No, this is not sponsored, but I should be sponsored. So go ahead and check it out. I really have the more I get into my major classes as an academic, I enjoy JSTOR. JSTOR is clutch, okay? We're not gonna sleep on JSTOR. One of my professors this past semester, she really put me on to JSTOR. Just using the advanced search. Use the advanced search and put in particulars that you want, that you're looking up, and it'll really come clutch, especially when it comes to citing your items. That works cited, copy and paste. But yeah, I hope none of my professors see that. I had a printer, but it wasn't working, so I use the printer all the time in the writing center. But even though I have a printer, I don't use my printer, my ink, because ink is expensive, first of all, and paper is expensive. So I always go to a public printer and print my stuff. Being mindful of your resources and using them it actually really helps. Being involved and engaged in your classes. So basically class participation. I know it seems like such a small thing, but I feel like, being involved and engaged in the activities or discussions, like I love being engaged in class discussions. I'm a nerd. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Who cares what anyone is thinking about you, whatever questions you have. I feel like there's no such thing as a stupid question. Like, I feel that way. So don't even internalize that you have a dumb question, because you don't. Yeah, ask questions, take notes, whether it's digitally or writing, you know what I'm saying? Just take your notes, ask the teacher questions, ask your peers questions, build relationships in your classroom settings, because that really helps, if you know what I mean. Build those relationships, because you guys could really help each other out, and whatever you don't understand, someone else might understand. Don't just sit there and not be engaged, because once again, you're paying for this class. And even those times when you don't feel like going to class, that's what I had to remind myself. My roommate / best friend, that's what she taught me. That's what she reminded me. I don't want to go, but this class is expensive. I'm paying for it. I need to go. So just being actively engaged in your classroom, I think that really helps you retain information. And yeah. So another tip I have, which I feel like I should have started with, because it's probably the most biggest gem that I'm gonna drop. It's probably the most biggest gem that I'm gonna drop in this video. Figuring out your learning style. So there are multiple learning styles. I'm finna read them. I have them on my computer. You have your visual learning style, which is me. Your auditory, so just musical, whatever learning style. Linguistic, so that's verbal. A physical, you have to physically do stuff, that's me too. Logical, which I guess mathematics is something that you would really cling on the most. Social, so you have to engage in activities, that's me too. I just realized that. You have to engage in activities. Solitary, so that just means someone who prefers to work alone. So I think that, especially if you've been in school, or even if you're just starting, but if you've ever been in school, which we all have, because we all had to go to elementary school and middle school and high school, reflect on how you grasp things. It's really about self-reflection, and you have to figure out which learning style best fits you. Which, comment that down below. Let me know which learning style best fits you. But yeah, and I feel like when you understand your learning styles, for me, visual, communicating, social and physical, I can't just sit there and retain information and not take notes. I have to take notes. I have to write stuff down. I have to be involved in activities, or else my mind's gonna wander. So just figuring out your learning style, then you can kind of create a system for you. We don't all learn the same, and that's totally fine. So that is all I have for you guys today. Comment down below and let me know what you think. Let me know of any other videos you may want me to make. Maybe I can make a part 2 on this video, creating how to figure out your learning style and how to create a system for yourself. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell button for notifications. Bye.